Hi, my name is Steven Citas. When we started the alpha360 project, our main goal was to show and market our data models. Along the way, we understood that a basic ERP implementation would help us communicate the ideas behind the data model. So what started as a simple WEBDEV project and something intended to be used just as a template for the data models is now nearly a complete ERP, both WinDev and WebDev implementation. From the beginning, we had a complete and what we think state-of-the-art data models and a series of business processes written in the WX and .NET C# language to support them. What was not ready yet was the user interface part. This was the most difficult part because we wanted it to be the same across all our implementations. This would make it easy for the user to navigate and use it with different implementations, and at the same time it would make it easy for developers to maintain. We showed part of the user interface in our version 1.0 version, both the commercial versions and the open source version. Today, we are going to introduce the final user interface for both WinDev and WebDev. With the new menu structure, it is now easy to add new applications and new functionality to the ERP with minimal and simple coding. We now support multiple window views in the web implementation, just like we did in the WinDev implementation. Translation has been fully implemented. We will see this in our next video. Let's go on now and see the WinDev implementation first, and then take a closer look at the new WebDev implementation. Now we are logging in the alpha360 ERP implementation for WinDev. The new thing here is the language. We can choose, a user can choose between any language that you, the developer, support in the ERP. We will see this a little later. Let's go to the default language, English, and log in. Now, what really has changed is the menu on the side. At the bottom are all our applications. This is the ERP that has this functionality. It has a CRM, it has an inventory, it has accounting, and as I click here on the tree view, the tasks for each functionality are shown in the tree view here. It is very easy to add your own applications in the menu system, and it is the foundation which we will build, we have built our assess system. We will see this in another video in a couple of days. What is shown here is rather a larger implementation than what is really available right now. We see that this is the ERP area. This is what you get with the open source and the current commercial versions. We will have a B2B application, production and manufacturing, resources where we will start with fleet management. We will have HRM. We will have a complete cycle for hospitality, meaning hotels, restaurants, bars, food delivery, etc. So this is the new menu structure for the WinDev implementation. We will see in a minute that is exactly the same with the WebDev implementation. Now let's go on and see the WebDev implementation of the new user interface. As like the WinDev implementation, we can now choose our language. We will see this later. Let's choose our default language as English, connect. And here we see the menu structure, the side menu structure that is 100% the same with the WinDev implementation. What is important for developers is that the code is exactly the same. Let's go. We see here that we have two open windows. Let's go to the inventory area. You see now that we have another window has opened, the inventory. Let's go and see what we have. Just refresh and get everything. And let's go to Windows Server 2016 to this product. We will go and edit it. We see that we don't have any manufacturer. And there aren't any in our list. What we are going to do now is we are going to administration area, to the inventory dimensions. We are going to select, sorry, it is in the global dimension area. We are going to open the manufacturers, and we are going to add a new list, a new manufacturer, so we can use it here in the inventory record. So we are in the administration window. We are going to add a new one. This table uses the quick add business processors, so we can change it here. And let's say this is Microsoft. Okay, we go to the inventory area, we do a refresh, and now we can select Microsoft. And of course we can save it. This is a short demonstration of the new side menu implementation in WebDev. Of course, on tables like this, you can do full searches. You can select the type of the search and etc. It is just like the WinDev implementation. Now, let's go and see the full or a part of the sales cycle in the WebDev implementation. We showed this in the WinDev implementation, but we didn't have time to show it for WebDev. So let's go to sales. I already have a sales invoice here. This came from a demo I did in the WinDev implementation. What it shows here is for the current date, from up to date. These are our list of our sales invoices. These are the products in the sales invoice, and this is the general ledger that has been posted to the general ledger. We see that it has not been posted. We can select it from here, do a click, and post sales to accounting. Just take a look at this window. This is a typical window that comes with WebDev. You can change it. You can import default pages from your WebDev directory, and then you can change it to make it more better looking. Okay? So the post will post successfully, and here is the batch. Here are the transactions. Now, let's go and do an order. This is the sales workflow. We are going to, no, let's go and do a shipment so we don't take more time. Let's go and add a new one. Today, we are selecting a business object. We only have one sales shipment. As we said, we could have many sales shipments because maybe we would want different numbering etc. We can select the customer. This is going to change in the final 1.01 version, where we can select customers from a lookup table. Everything else as soon as we select the customer posting, the sales term, everything has been added automatically. And you can see that because we have a sales terms of 30 days from the invoice, meaning the business document here, it is going to, the pay up to date has been changed automatically. Although this is just a sales shipment and it doesn't do any debits. Now here is the document. Our currency here is euro. This is the exchange currency. If we had another currency, please note that we have a full implementation of multi-currency, and it's not just an afterthought. It's very deep in the alpha360 data models. We have, although it is a complicated matter, we have done it in a very simple way. We will show it extensively in another video. Now, let's go and select products and services. Here is the table where we add them. Because on the web, we don't want things popping up or doing things that are unexpected for our user. We have chosen so the user interface is as flat as possible. Let's try and add a product. We do an insert here. We go here and search for products. This will give us all our products. Let's select the PC server. We add this product, what we can add to quickly here, or we can change it later. We can get it from the default warehouse, which is our main warehouse. If we had consignment trade, it would go automatically to our default warehouse for our consignment trade. Now let's add the product and see we now have added the server here, 2 quantities. The unit price has come automatically from the price list. Now we can go on and add something else if we want. Let's say a Windows server, one of these. Okay, and now we can save it. Just note that when we save the shipment, what it does depends on what we have, the way we have set up our business object, meaning the sales shipment. We can set it up in a way that it automatically posts and prints, but we can have it so it does not print automatically and it does not post automatically. But what about numbering? Well, numbering, if we have here the document status, we want it to be draft, it means that it will get no document numbering when we save it. It will get a document number as soon as we post it. If we want it to get a document number now, we change the document status to online and it will get the document number as soon as we do a save. Well, there is a problem. It says the purpose in the shipment, because this is a shipment in different areas of the world. We must tell what the purpose of a shipment is. For now, it is a sales. That's the only thing I have added in my dimensions. I'm going to save it, and here is the shipment. See that it has not been posted, so I can freely delete it, add it, anything I want. And I don't have a document ID because I wanted it to be a draft. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to post it. And now it has been posted. It has now a document ID. And I can go on, and after the shipment I can automatically transform it to a invoice. Let's go to invoices. Now I'm going to add a new invoice. I'm going to select an invoice. I'm going to select the customer. Everything comes automatically. I'm going to go to the workflow, refresh it, and now I see that I have an open sales shipment. Let's copy it. Everything has been copied here, and the beauty with the data models is that I can go and if I want, I can invoice only one quantity of the 2 PC servers. This means that I will have an open shipment, and next time when I try to do an invoice, only the one that is left will be available in the workflow. Everything here has been came from the shipment. Of course I can change it. I can change prices. I can give discounts. I can change packaging. We will see this later. I could give it lot numbers and serial numbers. And serial numbers and lot numbers are really easy and automatic in the alpha360 ERP. We will also see these things in another video. Okay, so I'm going to save it. Remember, it has not been posted yet. So I can select it, or I can do multiple selections, and I can post multiple sales invoices to the general ledger. Or I can go to the functionality in the accounting area, bridge to ERP, and if I want, I can do a from date to up to date posting of all open documents to the GL part of the ERP. Let's go back to the sales, select this one, and I'm going to post it. Oh, there is a problem. What is the problem? The problem is that I tried to post the first one that was already posted. So now everything has been posted. Something else that is very important in the workflow cycle of both sales and invoices, sales and purchases, is that I can unpost documents as long as they have not been posted to General Ledger. How do I unpost them from General Ledger? It is quite easy if a user has the access. He goes to this area, GL batches, to the accounting area. He selects one of the documents, and as soon as he unposts the selected batches, what happens? First of all, it unposts automatically, and any relation between the GL batch and the document is cleared. Then it deletes the GL batch. So there is really no relation between accounting and the documents area, sales or purchases. After that, we can go and unpost our sales or purchase document, and we can do any editing. All of these work if a period has not been closed. If administrator has closed this period, nobody can reverse, unpost or delete documents or accounting batches. Of course, the system administrator can go back and reopen a period. Everything is really online in the alpha360 ERP. Something else that is very important is that if, say, we have, let's go to the area where we have the sales area. And let's go to the shipments. We see that the shipment, we have a shipment. This one has been used in a workflow, this one here. We cannot unpost it or delete it if the invoice is the next step, that is the invoice is still there. We must first unpost the later steps and then go backwards. So this is a short video showing the new multi-windows and the new menu structure of the alpha360 ERP. As we said, this is fully international, meaning that translation is very easy for the developer, and we will see this in our next video. Thanks for viewing our video.